Hi, today we're going to put water filters onto our Caravan. Now we've got the double set we've set up. We have the normal containers you buy at Bunnings or hardware stores. That's the top that goes on. Then we bought two brackets, appropriate screws, attached them and joined them with the joins you get here, which are part of the tap connections. So when you get your connections and you buy this, just have a good old talk with the person in the store and they'll be able to come up with all the gear you need. What we have here is one of the filters. Now the filters vary in size. We like to have one around about say 0.2 or 0.1. This one's a 0.2er. Now if you want to remove most things, that's what that will remove. If you want to remove stuff like bacteria, you actually have to go to 0.1 or 0.05. So we use that as our final filter. We also use this one here, which is somewhere between 2 and 5 microns, which gets all the other stuff out, all the big stuff, everything else apart from the chemical and the bacteria. So there are two sizes. And what they do is these fit inside a normal filter. If you had these in the kitchen, the same sort of thing, they just go in there. You make sure each time that these seals are here, the O-rings, because then you have to attach it to here. Now you notice it says, the arrow says out and it's pointing that way. So the final one, in our case the black one, is on the last connection. So we screw those on and you then turn it firmly. And the next one, and this, remember this is the larger micron because the water's coming in closest to you at the moment. So the water comes in here, goes through the larger opening one, which in our case is the white one, which then flows into the black one, which is the fine one. In this case it's about a 0.2. And that's the unit. And that unit now we attach to the Caravan. You're going to need these cable ties. These are the attachment pieces we use underneath. So I'll just put them down there too. And you'll notice we have two hoses. The normal hose which connects to your Caravan's tap, and also a smaller section which I happen to cut off a larger hose, and I found that particular length there, which is just under a metre, is ideal for our Caravan, so we can attach it. When we show you later you'll see how it attaches. It bends around and attaches straight on. With the tie goes in that way. So when we're attaching it, remember that's direction. Now this gets a bit tricky. I use my own body to help with this. It's actually a bit of a balancing act because this isn't as light as you think it may be. The principle is the tie goes through there, around the top and connects in there. Now I'll just put it through there and I'll leave the first one kind of just placed there. Not fitted yet because I don't want it forced up there where I can't work the other end. So it stays down a little bit. The next one goes through like that same way. Now because they're both there we can now tighten them up. So you pull it and you hook both of them and then you go over the top slightly. The angle I'm now going to go at is over the top a bit and that forces it up and locks it in. Forces it up and makes it nice and firm. You'll notice the position here. You don't want that connector too close to any brackets because then you won't be able to connect the hose. And likewise at that end, if there's any more brackets, depending on your configuration of course, this here will vary. But for us this works really well. So it's now connected. The out end is here, the in end is there. So the water's coming in there and we're now going to connect the hoses. Now this is the hose piece. So what we're doing is we're going to the out end, we're just clicking it on, pushing it. Now this is the bit which I was talking about. If you just bend it like that and then push that in, you now have both of them going inwards as opposed to if we didn't have it this long and we're just trying to go around the corner here, it just doesn't have that kind of fit. That's just the way I like it. I'll just get out now and we'll get the big hose and attach this to this end. So if you look at the filter now, the filter is fully connected. The hose is coming out from the Caravan across into the section of the filter, across the filter to here. This bit here is the hose, and this will now be joined on the tap. We've connected our filters.